Hi, I'm Sharon Parish from My Village, and today we're going to talk about kids and money. As adults, we all handle our money just a little bit different. But when it comes to kids and money, there tends to be two schools of thought. The first is, I'm your parent. It is my job to meet your needs and to perhaps give you a few of your wants. So when we're at a store and you ask for something, I'm going to say yes or no, based on my mood, based on how much money I have, or my previous spending decisions, and maybe based on your behavior or how many things I've recently bought you. The other school of thought is, I'm your parent, and it is my job to teach you to be responsible adults, which means I need to teach you that money doesn't grow on trees, to let you know that you have power in your spending, and to give you chores and then give you an allowance so that you can choose how to spend your own money. Those both have a lot of value, but neither worked quite well for our family. Number one, I want my children to do chores because they're part of my family, not to earn money. You know that my son takes out the trash because I do things for him and he does things for me. We're a family, we work together. My daughters may wash the dishes, which is kind of a joke because they don't wash the dishes. But she may vacuum, or she may take out the trash, or she may help fix something, or I don't know. My kids help around the house because we are a family, and a family helps each other. And I don't want my kids asking me, how much are you going to pay me for doing something? We do things because we love each other. The other reason it didn't work for us is because as adults, my husband and I sometimes have wants, and we don't have to, run home and do chores really quick so that we have more money to meet our wants. We have to think ahead and make really good financial decisions so that we have a little bit of money saved. So when then there's something that speaks to us in the store, we can get it and we don't have to ask someone's permission and we don't have to do extra chores. We've just made really good money decisions before so that we are able to have those things when we want them. We wanted to give our children the same thing. We wanted to give them some spending money just because they're our kids. They're part of our family and they deserve to have some of their wants. So what we did was we started looking at how much money we were spending on our kids for a couple months, and we realized it was about $20 a month on their wants. Sometimes it was they wanted an ice cream or maybe a toy, or now it's I want a lip gloss or a video game. But we were spending about $20 a month. So that became our kids' allowance. And this great thing happened when we started doing this. When they were very young, probably 2 or 3, we started doing this, and now they're 12 and 15 and 17. But when we were at the store, they started to ask for things a whole lot less, because before we were like a slot machine. They had to put a whole lot of quarters in and ask for a whole lot of things because they never knew when we were going to say yes. So everything they saw that they kind of liked, they asked for. And now they know what the answer is going to be. Is it going to be yes or no? They have their own allowance, and they are able to make their own spending decisions in the store. The other thing that's really nice is often your kids, when you say yes or no, ask for things, and then there's something that they really love, that really speaks to them, in a week or in a couple days, and they ask for that, and you say no because you already bought something that's just junking up your house that they didn't really love, and they get frustrated, and they say, wow, if you had told me I couldn't have this based on that, I would have made a different decision. But all of the power was in your hands, so you are now fighting about money. But once you give your kids money, just for being part of your family, just because you love them, they can make their own decisions. And we're at a store and they see something and they say, Mom, I love this, can I have it? You say, well, I don't know. let's see how much money is in your wallet. Or in our case, I have a section of my wallet that has each kid's name on it. And so let's see how much you have. So I say, wow, you have $15 and that item's $16. So I guess today it's not something you can choose. Or you have $15 and the item's $14. So would you like to get that? Or would you like to save? Because I know last week you mentioned that there was a video game that you really wanted, and that video game was $50, 2.5 months allowance. So we want them to have power. We also want them to have some guidance in their spending. And as parents, we want to give them some foresight, but we also need to let them make their own mistakes. One of the saddest things is when your child has that $16 item and they only have $15. And then you have to decide, do you give them the extra dollar? Are you teaching them the lesson? And as a parent, you're going to have to make that own choice yourself. For us, it is a hard no. We want our kids to think about their spending decisions ahead of time. We feel that it's really important for them to plan ahead for something that they might unexpectedly want, because we don't want them as adults to think, I want it and I need it now, and so I'm going to put it on a charge card. We may not charge them interest, but there is an interest to be had, because later on, next month they'll only have $19 if we gave them $1 now, but also because we want them to learn about these things ahead of time. I know when my husband and I were first married, we got married pretty young and we were still in college, and we had a little bit of money set aside, and Christmas came. And so we're like, wow, we have this money, so we'll just spend it on Christmas, which seemed like a really great choice, until the next month when we needed new brakes on our car. And my husband went to school in upstate New York, and our housing was truly like up a hill like this from the school. And we didn't have the money to get the brakes fixed. So we had to make some choices, and so, one of the choices was I was going to work some overtime. The other was that my husband had to walk back and forth to school or bum a ride. And it was really hard for us. But it was a great experience, because we were young and we hadn't got ourselves in a lot of trouble, and we didn't have a lot of access to credit cards at that time. So we remember that over and over and over again now, and we always have extra money. We have a car savings account, we have a repair account, we have a school account for our kids, and we learn those lessons because charging wasn't an option at the time. Had it been, or had our parents helped us out, we would have maybe made some different money decisions as adults, and maybe wouldn't be in such a good place right now. So we want to help our kids make those good money choices. When the kids were young, as parents, we said no to the money, but they always wanted to loan or lend or give each other money, and that had to be a hard no in our house too, and that was just a really hard lesson to learn. But I hope this has helped you. I hope maybe you can come up with your own strategy that works really well for your family. I know at our house, we also let our kids maybe earn a little bit of extra money doing chores if they have something that they're really working hard to save for. But this has worked well for our family. It has stopped the fighting. It has stopped the whining. Our kids have full power over what choices they make with their money and what things that they're going to want to get. And we're not the bad guy anymore. And I love that. I love sharing the power with our kids because it makes parenting so much easier. On Friday, I'm going to come back with a bonus video on kids and money and vacation. So please tune in. I will tell you how much we give our kids and how we handle money and vacation. We just got back from a great vacation, so maybe we'll also talk a little bit about that. But until then, I hope you have a great week. I come back every Tuesday with more gentle parenting tips, tricks, and techniques. And I would love for you to join me. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any tips of your own, please give me a comment below. Thanks so much. Bye.